Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. Last night was the Women Tell All episode of The Bachelor, and we've discussed some different aspects of the show. And now we have justice for Jess. She says, I felt led on, and we're going to share a little bit of a recap of what she said on last night's episode and what other people are saying about Jess on Bachelor in Paradise. I mean, she got a hot seat, which is a pretty big deal. We're getting into it right now. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind-the-scenes bonus content. And today we'll have our 100th episode of The Bachelor Rush Hour, which is amazing. We're already at 100 episodes. And we have our first sponsor this week. So good to see. We got all of you guys supporting the podcast. Link in the comment section below. All right. So Jess was on the hot seat. Jessie Palmer said that Jess deserves love. She lights up every room she's in. Of course, they discuss body glitter. And then Jess says never let anyone dull your sparkle. Jess is just primed for a nice body glitter promo. If she doesn't get that, then it's like, what are they thinking? Jess tells Zach when Zach arrives in the moment that she felt like she was the only one with emotion and confusion. Watching back, she was shocked that Zach felt so much emotion after pretty much breaking up with her. Zach says he really did care about Jess, and he wonders why he couldn't share those emotions with her. And obviously, as we'll get into it, Zach's got some blockages when it comes to like how he sort of expresses himself, but it's sometimes people are so in their head they understand why they do something, but they don't express that to the other person. And I feel like we got that with Jess. Here's what she had to say last night.
I've never seen myself be so strong when it comes to like a breakup before, and so I was smiling because I was proud of myself.
And of course, a huge fan favorite, the audience lover. She said, I just wanted time, and all of her friends are proud of her. Yeah, like she said in past relationships, she would fight for relationships, and she's finally wanting someone to fight for her. Bachelor Data posted this about the hot seat. Not everyone gets a chance to sit next to Jesse Palmer and get that feature. It goes to people that the show wants to invest in with the franchise. Analyzing the Women Tell All hot seat to Bachelor in Paradise pipeline. So here's all the people that have gotten the hot seat in recent years that also went on Bachelor in Paradise. Shanae, Sarah H., Teddy, Katie Thurston became the Bachelor after getting a hot seat. Serene Russell, Brittany Galvin, these became all-stars. Abigail, Piper, Serena, Demi, Victoria, eventually Kelsey Weir, and Hannah Brown became the Bachelor, of course, a Bachelorette. The only certain people that didn't get Paradise was Becca Martinez, Cian Fleming, who else? Liz Santos. It goes all the way back to Nick's season. But of course, hot seats for Rachel Lindsay became Bachelorette. Taylor Nolan got Paradise. So a definite hot seat to Paradise pipeline, and good on Bachelor Data for showing that info. Now, as far as Women Tell All go, it is an audition for Bachelor in Paradise, and Crystal Nielsen is going to explain that on the She's All Batch podcast. Have a listen.
You want to cause a scene, you want to cause commotion. Like in between my time on Bachelor and my time on Bachelor in Paradise, like I was not going to go to the Women Tell All. Mm-hmm. And it was really like kind of dangled over my head that if I wanted to go to Paradise, then I had to like do certain things. I had to go to the Women Tell All. Like, don't forget, like they all talk to you the night before. They're there like rallying you up right before you go on, taking shots at the bar. And they're all like feeding you like things to say. Like the Tell All is your audition to go on Paradise.
All right, get all that content. She's All Batch podcast. Very interesting conversation they had with Crystal, who kind of came off as a villain on the show. And as we saw afterwards, there's nothing villainous about her. She's very lovely. But when we look at the Women Tell All as an audition, we're able to see the fact that some people get the edit like Jess got, which is a good edit because, she's responsible in part for that edit, but she's a likable person. She didn't cause any drama. And then other people like Brooklyn here also got a hot seat, which they didn't show on the episode, was there to cause drama. That was a pivotal part of what became her storyline, which is the instances with Anastasia where she not only said her point, she was almost redundant in her point. She kept on prosecuting Anastasia over and over because maybe she didn't get the results she wanted from the conversation with Anastasia. But either way, Brooklyn came at Anastasia again at the Women Tell All, and so did Victoria Jameson, said something. I had it written down. She's like, I hope you got your 50,000 Instagram followers, and called Anastasia a liar. And that's in part Victoria also auditioning for Women Tell All. Now, it doesn't mean that they don't feel this way, but it's like, you need to come on the show and cause drama in order to be considered for Bachelor in Paradise, which is a very dramatic beach. So these things exist. It's part of how it goes. But then you'll get people that were, night one of, voted out night one from The Bachelor, that are coming in hot early. And hey, they're trying to get their airtime. There's plenty of pleasant people that were on the show that don't get the airtime. The ones that make it to Bachelor in Paradise, like the Jesses, again, we don't know this for sure. Of course, they haven't announced a cast list or that the show's even going to be happening this summer, but a boy can dream. But as we watch this, we go, there's going to be people like Jess, who we're all invested in, to go find love. And not to say we're not invested in Brooklyn, but Brooklyn has proven she's willing to play along with the sort of cattle prodding that the producers do. And here's another side note from last night's episode of Women Tell All that we have here from our good friends at Game of Roses, discussing Zach's watch party at Delta Gamma, the sorority.
I just started watching the Women Tell All, and I noticed something that I will definitely be talking about in our recap, which is going to be out tomorrow, but they do the watch party crashings. This is a time-honored tradition of all bachelors for a very long time in our beloved game, of course. But here we see Zach Shawcross being taken to the Delta Gamma House, a sorority at UCLA. And so I did a little research. I went back and watched Sean Lowe's season, his Women Tell All. Guess where they went? They crashed a sorority called Delta Gamma at UCLA. It's the exact same sorority. They are trying so hard to make us believe or get the feeling that Zach Shawcross is the next Sean Lowe. They went so far as to visit the exact same sorority that Sean Lowe visited back in season 17.
Yeah, it's very.
I just started watching
stuff.
the women.
Very interesting stuff there. They and like chances are they just had the same contact for whoever's working over there. I don't know, but I do like seeing Zach go and do the reactions with the people. I think it's fun, but at the same time, can you imagine whoever like Zach's engaged to, if he is engaged right now, they've got to watch Zach go to a bunch of sorority houses with a bunch of young women tugging at him. It's kind of like, okay, but either way, let me know what you guys think about the way Jess handled herself. There really isn't much else to say on the topic. As we know, earlier this week, she said, essentially the same thing she said at the Women Tell All, which is that she felt like, she was blindsided. She felt like, as we said in the thumbnail here, she was led on. What do you guys think? Of course, the whole show is leading people on. He's got to date a whole bunch of women, and he's got to pursue each relationship to its fullest. But of course, Zach could not realize that by not giving Jess a one-on-one that he was leading her on. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll talk to you more on the Bachelor Rush Hour podcast every afternoon. Link in the comment section. And that's going to probably be it from me today on the video side of things as I transition back into a West Coast timeline, jet-lagged to all hell, but not stopping anytime soon. Content all day. We'll talk to you later.